Your new Baofeng UV-5R does not work. Not because it's broken, because it's not set up. Out of the box, this radio has no repeaters programmed in. It has annoying default settings, and it has an antenna so weak it can barely hear anything. If you turn it on right now and key up, you won't hear anything. I know because that's exactly what happened to me. When I got my first UV-5R, charged it up and tried to make some contacts, I got dead silence. I thought my radio was defective. It wasn't. It just wasn't programmed yet. Today, I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'll unbox a brand new Baofeng UV-5R, upgrade the antenna, use CHIRP to program it, set up some local repeaters, and by the end, we'll try to make a live contact with it. Let's go. This is the Baofeng UV-5R, unopened. Let's see what's in the box here. Instruction manual. Here's the actual radio. And here's the battery pack that comes with it. This is a 1800 milliamp battery. So I'm gonna pop that on. Let's see what else we got in here. Here's all the good stuff. Okay, so here we have the standard rubber duck antenna. I have a lot more to say about that in just a minute. And this is going to be our battery charger. And this is a belt clip that connects back here. Remove these little screws and it just screws right on. We have a lanyard that attaches here. This little hook. And this is a hands-free microphone and earpiece. And that's it. That's everything that comes in the box. It's hard to believe that you get all of this for about 15 or 16 bucks. I also bought these two accessories. First one is this USB cable. So this is actually going to be our programming cable. So this part right here connects into your computer, and this plugs into the headphone jack right here on the side of the radio. And then the second thing I got is an upgraded antenna. So this is the Nagoya NA-771. So I'm gonna open that, show you what it looks like.
Channel mode. Frequency mode. 30%. 14652. Hardly. 0.
You typed in the frequency, you're listening, and right now, you probably hear nothing. That's normal. Not many people use simplex to talk because of the range limitations. Somebody nearby has to be transmitting on that frequency for you to be able to hear them. That doesn't mean the radio's broken, it just means that the frequency's quiet right now. We'll fix that once we load up some repeaters. Two more things worth knowing right now. The A and B rows on the display, you can set two different frequencies and monitor both at the same time. Press A-B to toggle which one transmits. And the orange VFO MR button, that switches you between VFO mode, where you just type the frequencies in, and channel mode, where you select from program channels. We're loading channels in with CHIRP later, so for right now, VFO is home. Here's the part that surprised me. When I first got this radio, I thought the antenna was fine. It's what came in the box, right? Then I swapped it out and I couldn't believe the difference. Here's the stock antenna. It's about 4 inches long. And here is the Nagoya NA-771. It's roughly double the length. There's more surface area to capture the radio signal. That's just physics. You'll get better performance from the bigger antenna. Maybe this won't be a dramatic difference on a strong local repeater, but on a weaker signal, a distant repeater, for example, or somebody across town, the Nagoya pulls in what the stock antenna completely misses. My honest take, if you can spend an extra 20 bucks, get the Nagoya. If your budget's tight, the stock antenna is going to get you on the air, but don't expect miracles from 4 inches of metal and plastic. Now let's program this radio from a computer. This is where the magic happens, and also where some people throw the radio in the drawer and give up. Okay, first you're gonna go to the CHIRP website, chirpmyradio.com, and then scroll down and hit the download link. And then on that page, you want to download the latest CHIRP build, and you may get prompted with a security thing, just accept it. Scroll down and download the correct version for your operating system. We're doing Windows here. So click the link, save the downloaded file. When it's finished, run the installer. You get this wizard, so agree and hit next, and then click install. And then hit finish. Then open the CHIRP application. Agree to the terms and conditions, maximize the window, and you're done. Now we're going to plug in the radio into the computer. So start off by plugging in the audio side of the cable into the headphone jack on the UV-5R. Then take the USB part of the cable and plug it into your computer. Then open up Device Manager on your computer if you're running Windows, and you should see the driver load. If for some reason the driver doesn't load automatically, go to the Baofeng website, baofengradio.com, and then you can scroll down to the bottom and there's a driver install link. So click that to download and then save it to your computer. And when that's finished, open the download, extract the contents of the zip file, open that extracted folder and run the cable driver application. That'll install the official driver. So click the install button, click OK, and you're done. Okay, now we're going to clone the radio, so that's going to pull the configuration down from the UV-5R into CHIRP. So go to radio and click download from radio, select your serial cable from the list, select Baofeng from the vendor, and then select UV-5R as the model. Click yes to accept the risk. Then click OK. And then OK once more. This will take a minute or two, but it's taking the contents of your radio and downloading it into CHIRP. Okay, well, we're in here. Let's change some basic settings on the radio. CHIRP is an easy way to do that. So first, we're going to change the carrier squelch level to 2. We're going to set display mode A to name, and then click on advanced settings, and that annoying voice, we're going to set that to off. Now in the frequency table, we're going to select everything and then delete it so that we can start with a clean slate. Now let's add our first repeater. Go to repeaterbook.com and then type in your area and hit search. Then choose one of the repeaters that are near you. You can kind of look on the map and see which ones are closest to your location. Once you click on it, select the downlink frequency, copy it, and then paste it into the frequency cell in the table. Then do the same thing with the name. Then do the same thing with the offset. And notice it automatically adds the minus in the duplex column for you. And then, very important, now do the uplink tone. So 162.2, and that's it. That's your first repeater. It's that simple. Now let's add the national call frequencies. I always like to put those first in the list just in case. So go to File, open Stock Config, and then scroll down to US calling frequencies. It'll open up a new tab. And first I'm going to drag that down to slot 2 so that I can put these in slot 0 and 1. So select the 2 meter call, copy it, go back to the Baofeng tab and paste. Now go and get the 70 centimeter call, copy, and then back on the Baofeng tab, paste it into slot number 1. We're going to add a second repeater now. So go back to repeater book and choose the next closest one in the list, and we're just going to repeat the exact same process here. Now we're going to copy everything that we've done up to the radio. So go to radio, upload to radio, and then click OK. OK again. And this will take a minute, but all of our settings, all of our repeaters that we've entered in will replace whatever was on the Baofeng, and then your radio will be ready to go. Fill up the rest of the memory slots. Here's why. When you scan those presets, your radio finds the activity for you. Doesn't matter which repeater is active or when. If somebody's talking, you'll catch it. That's the whole point of having a programmable radio. Let's see what happens when we try to use this thing. This is Kilo Delta Zero Juliet Yankee Victor, KD0 JYV, doing a radio check. This is KD0 JYV Mobile, doing a radio check. This is KD0 JYV, doing a radio check. This is KD0 JYV Mobile, doing a radio check. Kilo Delta Zero Juliet Yankee Victor Mobile, doing a radio check. If nobody comes back right away, that's completely normal. Repeaters aren't always busy, and sometimes of the day have more activity than others. You could also be a little too far away from the repeater. Try during the evening commute. Try a local evening net. Most areas have at least one weekly net that you could try.
I think it's a second box. I may be wrong, but I know it's small and you can fit it in a backpack.
Now, here's what I want to know. What's your biggest frustration with your Baofeng radio? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Drop a comment below. If I didn't cover it in this video, I'll try to help in the comments. That's a working radio. $16 for the radio, $8 for the cable, $20 for the antenna, and about 15 minutes of setup. See, that wasn't so bad. If you found this useful, subscribe. There's plenty more where this came from. And if you're not licensed yet, grab the free beginner course at hamradiolaunchpad.com. The link is in the description. I'll see you next time.